Get this one down near the 45-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 2nd and 7. Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he rifles one incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he'll get nothing out of that one.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now Chubb. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first. They'll run with Chubb, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Touchdown, Browns! Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your... And they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So we are at halftime here. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will...
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out, and he comes out on the heels of ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection, and he is going to have a Browns first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. First down, Mayfield. They set up the screen to Chubb. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. There's the stiff arm. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
That's interference. We can't have that.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
230.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th. Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Cleveland offense making their way out, and following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Landry again, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Mayfield on play action. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard. Line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on from another team, that their drive and will right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Looking to throw again on second down. Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he finds his target, Ebron. Touchdown! Eric Ebron. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Steelers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield, and he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Play fake. Mayfield. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. That's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Mayfield on 1st down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 10.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Run.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got the speedster Goodwin. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 25 yards that time. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And now here is another interception. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Harris. 67 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And that'll set them back 5. They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8. On the give, this is Harris. Oh, what a nice tackle there. That will hardly move the needle at all offensively. A very short gain. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the